Why do I call it occupational phenomenology? It's quite an ugly term. I don't really want to sound intellectual or something like that, and I know it's a bit of a mouthful, but I chose to use that phrase because I want to contrast what I do with occupational science. Occupational science is the body of knowledge which occupational therapy is based on. But I think sometimes in our profession we can pay too much attention to the kind of inner structures, to physiology, to neurology and things like that. And then we can start to talk about the environment and the way the environment inhibits us or supports us. But phenomenology is a nice way of thinking about the mind, the body, and the world as all connected as one. And so I'm interested in thinking about things that way. So I'm trying to approach what I do as a phenomenologist might. I'll just give you an example. Working in a hospital some years ago with a patient who had dementia. He was in hospital after a fall. He was cognitively impaired to the extent that he was unable to follow one-stage commands. So both myself and the physiotherapist who were assigned to work with him to assess if he was going to be fit to go home were finding it difficult to get him to follow our instructions. And so we're unable to see this man transfer from the bed to the chair beside his bed. And I had heard from his daughter that he was a real chess fan. So I decided to upend Maslow's hierarchy of needs, as we're often taught it in occupational therapy, and go straight to the self-actualization bit, which was to appeal to him as a chess player rather than as a living organism. What a horrible way to talk about a person. And I wanted to get straight to the person, go directly to his sense of self, his sense of, oh, chess is interesting. So what I did was I set up a chess table in the center of the room and beckoned him towards it. And he understood the cue when phrased that way and was able to demonstrate to us his ability to get up from the edge of the bed. So if we were to think about people as being primarily just animals or organic biological structures that move, we'd be misconstruing what's going on. That's obvious, I know. But when you take a phenomenological perspective, you really foreground the kind of things that we do that make us who we are. And that really aligns, I think, with occupational therapy. I know that needs a lot of teasing out. What justification have I for saying that, phenomenology leads to that? But I think reading Husserl and reading Merleau-Ponty in particular, I think Maurice Merleau-Ponty is going to be the main influence of this channel. Heidegger to some extent, but I have to say I've got a pal who's mega critical of Martin Heidegger, and I'm going to be hopefully speaking to that person on this channel and airing what the issues are with him beyond the obvious. So yeah, I'm sticking to the phrase occupational phenomenology because I want to think about the fit between people in the sense of their both minds and bodies and the worlds that people inhabit and the way that worlds show up for people as being inhibiting or as being facilitating. So hopefully through lots of videos on this channel I'll be able to make a bit more sense of what I mean by all of that, and hopefully it'll become clear why that approach fits with occupational therapy and colours in aspects of it that perhaps are a bit blurry or sketchy at the moment. But yeah, so occupational phenomenology is what I think I'm doing, and I'd love a better term. Lived experience is a bit too woolly, cloudy. It gets bandied around a lot. needs a bit of unpacking. But so that's where it is at the moment. So just wanted to say something about this ugly title of this channel. You'll have to forgive the noises that are going on in the background. I'm in a busy flat. So okay, I'm going to put some structure on this, and hopefully week by week this will build up into a kind of a story about how thinking phenomenologically can help us to understand occupational therapy and how to thrive, really, because that's what occupational therapy is about after all. Okay, that's it for now.